This week, we are discussing El Salvador's continuing Bitcoin and blockchain experiment with two amazing guests. I'm joined now by Leo Odoyan, CEO of Coinbanks, and Fabricio Tota, Director of Mercado Bitcoin. Welcome to the show, guys.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you for having us, Isaiah.
Absolutely.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for inviting.
Absolutely, likewise. So let's start with you, Leo. You are the CEO of Coinbanks. Tell us a little bit about Coinbanks and the work you do in the industry.
Sure. So Coinbanks, it's an asset tokenization company. We've been tokenizing financial assets and integrating crypto for banks and tier 2 financial institutions in Argentina, Uruguay, Colombia, Mexico, and most recently El Salvador for the last 6 years.
Love to hear it. And Fabricio, same question to you. Tell us about the growth of Mercado Bitcoin and the work you do in the industry as well.
Sure. Mercado Bitcoin is the largest cryptocurrency exchange here in Latin America. I've been around since 2013 when we have reached more than 3 million clients here in Brazil. We've traded almost 50 billion reais since the last 8 years. And, we act also on tokenization, custody, and education, and so on.
Oh, yeah. A lot of good work from both of you guys. And, recently we've heard the news about El Salvador accepting Bitcoin as legal tender starting September 7th. But there's other aspects to what's being done in El Salvador. So I want to start with you, Leo. With Coinbanks, what is some of the blockchain infrastructure that was recently announced that you will be working with in El Salvador?
Well, the government of El Salvador has gone full crypto with its initiative, not only with the Bitcoin law and the development of Chivo Wallet that we all know, but they are also exploring blockchain integration for other areas of the government, in particular one that is called the National Registry Center, CNR, and for its initials in Spanish. And they basically handle all the registries business acts for trademarks, patents, commerce, legal entities, books, and different certificates. And we've recently signed a cooperation agreement with the CNR from the El Salvador's government to build that infrastructure on top of the Algorand protocol.
Oh, yeah. And why the Algorand protocol, if I may ask?
For sure. As we all know, there's a bunch of protocols that are rising. Probably these 3.0 blockchains that are coming around. As a philosophy, at Coinbanks, we are blockchain agnostic. We work with the protocols that we consider are the most relevant protocols in the ecosystem. We work with Bitcoin, with Lightning Network, with Ethereum, with Algorand, with RSK. We've done some trials on top of Corda, Hyperledger as well. In particular, we've chosen out the Algorand protocol for El Salvador's case, for the CNR El Salvador's case, because we see in Algorand the scalability to handle hundreds of thousands of transactions in a frequency that is needed for this business type. And at the same time, we see enough decentralization and robustness to handle national records. In the end, it's an entire country infrastructure that is being built on top of it, right? So that's why we've selected Algorand for this particular case.
Sounds like a good choice. And the work that you're doing, you're building in different aspects. And as you just said, they've gone full crypto in El Salvador. So Fabricio, I want to ask you, what does this decision mean for other countries in Latin America and maybe even more specifically in Brazil?
Sure. We are watching this movement in El Salvador, and as a good experiment, don't get me wrong, that it's very important for El Salvador and other surrounding countries. But when you talk about larger countries like Brazil or Mexico or even Colombia, for example, we do not expect to see that on these countries in the short term. But it's very important to see how it goes in El Salvador, and of course that serves as inspiration to other authorities and other countries to experiment with crypto, not as legal tender, that I think is a very long shot for most of the countries, but for registration of other things, just like Leo said.
And let me ask you, Fabricio, do you think the experiment in El Salvador has started off well? Do you think I know people have mentioned a few hiccups technology-wise, but do you think this has started off well as maybe an example for countries in the future?
Yes, I think so. The experiment is going good. I guess, of course, people need to be educated. It's a long run to educate people in a country like El Salvador. You know, the region here, Latin America, has many education challenges. It's no different from El Salvador, Brazil, Argentina, Colombia, Chile, and so on. So education is a big hurdle that we have to work on, and volatility, of course, as they are buying, and they're doing good. They're buying the dips, just like the books say, right?